I moved to United States when I was 12, I believe. So I came here for middle school, high school, and college, and I recently just got my MBA marketing degrees. So I went to college in NYU, New York University. So I was majoring in marketing, and then I decided to continue my career in marketing area. So I got my MBA marketing degrees in May, the past May. So I think during my MBA marketing study period, I took some class with the public relations, which is very interesting. And also during my school years, I was working at Coach for as an assistant manager for 2 years. And also I did the internship at Michael Kors for 2 years uh, as assistant manager also. And now currently, because I really love doing fashions, I really love to work in retails. So now I'm working at Hermes. Because my bilingual, I speak Chinese and English both. So I'm working at Hermes is a very big benefit for the store because I can help American customers and also other Chinese customers, like the people live in United States, like the Chinese people living in United States, and also some other big tourists came from China. So that's me. For me to be understand social media, I think social media become part of our lives now because I think every day, for me personally, I use social media all the time. Like first thing when I woke up in the morning, I check on my phone. I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have Twitters, and also since I'm from China, I'm also use some Chinese social medias also like the WeChat and the Chinese Twitter called Weibo. I check them all the time, first time in the morning. And besides working every day, and in the morning I check on social medias, and at night before I go to sleep, I'm on my phone also. I check on social medias all the time. And I think I'm not the only one use social media like several times during the day. And also my friends, when we hang out, we always talk about social media all the time. They say, "Oh, I saw some picture on Instagram today, blah blah blah." We make some comments on it, and then we haven't seen a friends for a long time. When they post something on Facebook, we get in touch with them. We can comment on their pictures. We know their recent status. And also, I think social media is very helpful for me to find a job and also help me for my work also. As I mentioned before, I work at Coach as an intern before, so I found this job on LinkedIn. So that's part of social medias also. I think it's really helpful for me to looking for a job and also for other people's too. I think for college grads, like LinkedIn is really like good resource for people looking for jobs. Talk about working at Hermes. I have my work social media and also my personal social medias. Like for Instagram, I have my work Instagram. So every month when we get new product, I will post the picture for the new product, and my customer will comment on it, or if they liked it, we will set up an appointment to come in for shop, and so people really likes it. Of course, we always hear feedback from our customers. There's like positive and negatives. I believe before there was one situation, it was very like negative like impact to our company. One of my customers, she bought a bag and the zipper broke, and people always like they can say whatever they want on social medias. So she at me on Twitter, and also she was complaining about how this bag was broke, how the zipper was not working. And when I saw this happening, I contacted my manager immediately and we trying to figure out the problem, and we solve the problem. So we, contact the customer coming back to the store. We see the zipper was really broke. It really was our problem. So we got a new bag for her, and then she was very satisfied, and we apologized to her, and we talk about it. We communicate. I told her we get the problem solved, because she like delete all this complaint and everything, since this will be a negative impact to our company. And she was very satisfied with our attitude with the customer service. So she was very happy and agreed delete this Twitter. So that was a good experiences. I think, in my own opinion, in some way, social media brings a big challenge to all kinds of business and organizations. Social media offers a freedom platform for people, for the general public, to express their own opinions or make their comments on like particular product or on a particular organizations. In the past, we only had the traditional media such as TV or newspapers. If someone have their issues they wanted to report, they used to always go directly to the customer service for the organizations. In today's society, anyone can say anything on the internet and the social media, and general public can critique any business they want. And also, the internet and social media spread the information in a very fast way. Besides the consumer victim, general public will also express their own opinion on the issues. So I think the crisis PR in the internet era is facing more challenge than the traditional media era. Particularly for your paper that was about the Sony hacking crisis, first of all, I was very surprised that Sony completely ignored their hacking system issues. And I think in your paper that mentioned they has never speaking in public admitting that their system got hacked. It only says they said they have their system failures. I think in this case, bringing to China would be more understandable, because China's government takes control of social media because they have to go through their censorship, especially for some very sensitive topic. PR in China make the common mistakes is hiding the truth from the general public. And I think the organization itself should not choose to ignore the issues. Sony is a very globalized organization. They own very well-known reputation on electronic products. So for this crisis, there are many consumer was involved with the situation. The more brand awareness, and the more people will pay more attention to this crisis. So when the crisis happens, the general public is waiting for an explanation from Sony, and they're persuading to knowing the truth. Of course, they have their own right to knowing the truth. However, I think Sony came up with a very smart PR strategy that transformed the crisis to an opportunities. Since they gain awareness from the crisis, they can release some positive and their product to the general public. And of course, people will pay attention to the good things also. On the movie called Sony Hacking Crisis, at the same time, the interview becomes very popular. The curiosity of everyone wants to know what kind of movie could cause such influential crisis for Sony. And also mention from your paper that people would love to spend money to download this movie. During operating a business, there will be some crisis happens for the PR practitioners. At the same times of solving a problem, they should also learn and transform issues to opportunities. I think that is a very important strategy for operating a business. So when I took the PR courses at NYU, I remember I read a book by Cole Ham. The book's name is The PR's Crisis Bible. I think during the book lists many of the common mistakes made by PR practitioner. I think when the crisis happens, the organization should not reply to the general public, such as this will never happen to our organizations, or we don't care how things happens, or this is not our fault, or they don't give any opinions to the general public. So for the PR practitioner, I think for them to know or to deal in the crisis in the future, when these things happened, I think they should solve the issues as soon as possible. Do not waste any time. In today's society, social media brings convenience and inconvenience to our life. PR practitioners should be able to use the benefits that social media bring to our life or the organization you work with. I think don't be afraid or do not hesitate whenever crisis happens. You should use your sincere attitude and be responsible to find the issues and solve the problem, and eventually I believe the customer will be satisfied with your service.